This is the Recycling, Scrap Metal Commodities and Economic Report, June 24, 2024. U.S. weekly raw steel production fell to 1.7 million tons, down 2% from last year and down 2.8% year to date. This was on continued slow but slightly increasing U.S. manufacturing. WTI crude oil price rose to $80.59 on the strong U.S. dollar and increased conflict in the Middle East. U.S. weekly crude oil production was steady at 13.2 million barrels per day, just off February's record high. Oil companies are keeping supplies tight to maximize profits and prices. U.S. weekly oil rig count fell to 485 on the great productivity per well and on the strategy of keeping supplies tight. Scrap steel number one HMS price was steady at $305 a gross ton on a good balance of supply and demand. Hot rolled coil steel price rose slightly to $34.88 a hundredweight, which is $6.98 a ton on the continued slow manufacturing we talked about. Copper price fell to $4.43 a pound on slower demand but ongoing supply concerns. Aluminum price fell to $1.14 a pound, which is $25.13 a metric ton on increased supply and lower demand. China's May industrial production rose 5.6%, which was good but below forecast. Manufacturing slowed, but mining increased. Chemicals, transportation equipment, and automotive increased the most. U.S. weekly initial unemployment claims fell to 238,000, but the second highest in about a year. This shows a good but softening labor market. It's sad, but more unemployment helps lower wages, which lowers inflation, which is good. U.S. May existing home sales fell to 4.11 million annualized, the rate of the 1970s, but prices rose while unsold inventory rose slightly. The higher prices and higher interest rates hurts buyers, but helps homeowners' equity and helps their net worth. U.S. June S&P Global Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index rose to 51.7, a 3-month high. Manufacturing payrolls rose the most in 21 months. The bad news is the better economy brings inflation, but that brings higher salaries and higher employment. U.S. June S&P Global Total Economy Purchasing Manager Index rose to 54.6 on the good economic expansion, the fastest in over 2 years. But services are really driving the increase as hiring increased. People hate the high prices, but the good news is inflation is slowing, salaries are up, and spending is increasing. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 561 points to 39,150 on the record number of people working and on record high salaries driving the economy. Services are strong, as said. As an example, there is record travel, including record travel to Europe by Americans. Roll-off trailers by Ben Lee for sale, 80,000 GVW, only 34 feet short. The Super Mini Long Triaxle is short but powerful. It has great maneuverability and great for tight spots. Call Ben Lee for a quote at 734-72-8100. This report is brought to you by Greg Brown and Ben Lee, roll-off trailers, gondola trailers, crush car trailers, lugger trucks, roll-off trailer parts, and of course roll-off truck parts for Galbraith, Galfab, American Dragon, and more. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.